Thank you for sharing your Saturday morning with us and helping us launch our campaign to bring a fresh start to the city of South Bend. I am delighted to announce that on Monday, I will go to the county clerk's office and I will file the paperwork to formally become a candidate for mayor of our city, South Bend. I'm running because South Bend needs a fresh start, and because I believe I have the energy, the education, and the experience to get the job done. Just last week, as you know, South Bend appeared on a national ranking of dying cities. South Bend is not dying. That report was based on sloppy methodology, and it was unfair to our city. But, while we may not accept that judgment, we can't just ignore it either. This is not an occasion for denial. It is a call to action. And the time for us to act is now. We've got to act, and we cannot rest until we have brought about a day when no one would even think of putting us on a list like that. A day when more young people move here than move away. A day when cities imitate South Bend's success in overcoming the economic blows that we've taken in the past and building a prosperous future for all of our citizens. I'm running because I can see that brighter future for South Bend. I can see a South Bend with the reputation of a cool little city, known for diversity and livability and prosperity and friendliness, open for business, a dynamic, small Midwestern city. We have everything we need already to make this happen. We have world-class universities. We have a unique location for logistics and transportation. We have a low cost of living, a tradition of hard work, and a culture of caring about each other and about our community. Those things are priceless. And they are the building blocks that we need to create a more prosperous future. Paraphrase something Bill Clinton once said, there is nothing that is wrong with South Bend that cannot be fixed by what is right with South Bend. And the time to act on that is now. Now, some have said that it's a little bit too soon for me, that I need to wait my turn, wait in line, wait till I'm older. But in my experience, waiting is almost never the right answer for dealing with big problems. And my generation should not be waiting to be part of the solution. My generation's innovators did not wait until they were old enough to create, old enough to achieve things like the invention of Facebook before they were even done with college. My generation of service members did not get to wait before going to bear the brunt of 2 wars for our country. One weekend a month when I go up to do my small part as a member of the Navy Reserve, I'm often the oldest person in the room. In fact, it's always been this way. My grandfather's generation became the greatest generation when most of them were still teenagers. My parents' generation didn't wait till they were old enough or influential enough to transform our society through the civil rights movement. My generation is inspired by those who came before, those who built this city in the spirit of innovation and forward thinking, often while they were still very young. We live in a city that was settled by a 33-year-old fur trader named Pierre Navarre, and enlightened by a 28-year-old frontier priest named Father Sorin, and modernized by a 26-year-old blacksmith named Henry Studebaker. They did not wait until they were old enough to build South Bend and to better it, which is why right now you're looking at a 29-year-old businessman who believes that our challenges cannot wait for new solutions. To strengthen our local economy. Over the last several weeks, I've visited dozens of business people who are eager to grow and looking for partnerships with the city. I met with a clean energy company just recently that can't wait to move inside the city limits. And I've spent a lot of time with workers who cannot wait for new opportunities to work hard and earn a good living. It is time to give these employers and these workers the best possible economic environment, to simplify the process for businesses that are willing to create jobs here, and to reach out across the country and around the world to aggressively market our community and recruit new employers and talent. We cannot wait for schools to get better on their own. I've spoken with teachers and administrators and parents who know their kids' potential, and employers who know that the education of our workforce is the key to the success of their businesses. They cannot wait for the city to engage in new partnerships that can strengthen education through focused safety improvements, new after-school efforts, and greater leadership on citywide educational issues. We cannot wait for a cutting-edge, transparent city administration that works for all of us. I have sought out experts and officials from cities around the country, learning how to implement new solutions, like a 311 phone line, so that any citizen can get answers to any city issue with one single phone call, or an online budget dashboard that allows any of us to find out how our tax dollars are being spent by the city. We already have the technology to do this, and I cannot wait for a chance to deploy it so that we join the ranks of some of the most advanced city administrators in America. We cannot wait to find new ways to make our neighborhoods as safe and as secure as possible. I've talked to everyone from beat cops to community organizers who work day in and day out, and they want to tackle not just the symptoms, but the causes of crime. We have got to empower them with the tools they need and do something about the vacant homes that are destroying property values and inviting more and more crime. And we cannot wait to form connections to the wider region and world that will make all of this possible. The truth is that our city may never again see the population that we had 50 years ago. But the fact is, we don't need to. We don't need to get bigger. We just need to move faster. And we need action to make that happen. And when it comes to getting the job done, I believe I'm the candidate with the right experience to make that happen. I'm the only candidate with experience working on billion-dollar decisions, helping to turn around major companies around the country and around the world. I'm the only candidate who has not only a great degree in economics, but on-the-ground experience doing economic development in some of the toughest neighborhoods in the world: Baghdad, Kabul, Jalalabad. I know that I can put that experience to work right here in South Bend. I'm not an incumbent, not the product of any political machinery. I am, however, a product of South Bend. I love reminding people that when you step out on the front porch of the house I'm restoring on North Shore, you can look and you will never be able to make out Russia. But on a clear day in the wintertime, you'll see Memorial Hospital. And that's where I opened my eyes for the first time. I grew up on the South Bend White Sox, the Park of Ash Sledding Hill, the St. Joseph County Public Library, the Leaper Park Duck Pond, the Riverside Trail, Notre Dame Stadium, Turner's, the Icebox, the St. Joe River. This place made me. I'm a Democrat, so I know that I did not make myself. This place made me, and it's in me, no matter where I go. Something I learned when I went far from home for school and for work. When I was in England, the rain never seemed to fall hard enough because it was missing that gush of a South Bend summer storm. And when I was in Chicago, the winter never seemed convincing enough, cold as it got, because there was none of that lake effect snow that we love to gripe about with each other, but we love to brag about when we're talking to somebody who isn't from here. This place made me, and it gave me the upbringing that I needed to succeed in education and in business. And that's why I live in the same neighborhood I grew up in. And that's why I want to lead South Bend's comeback. I cannot wait. And I can't wait to get started campaigning. So as soon as we're done speaking, I'm going to go back there and knock back one more cup of coffee, and then we're going to start knocking on doors. I will walk this city for each of the next 93 days. And that's all we got left, 93 days, engaging in that give and take that makes our politics what it is. Each passing day, each person I talk to, whether it's the great-grandmother I called to ask if she was supporting me, who told me about the days when the far west side was, in her words, muckland, and Joey Kernan was her paperboy. Or the young accountant I struck up a conversation with at the airport from upstate New York, who tells me about how she and her colleagues look forward to getting sent here on business trips because they love to go to some of the locally owned shops and restaurants down here in downtown South Bend. Every person I talk to gives me a richer sense of the promise of our city. And when it comes to fulfilling that promise, we shouldn't wait one more day. So thank you for your support. Thank you for being part of this. I cannot wait to hit the streets with you. Oh, we're good.
Hi, Cordell. Good to see you.
How are you? These are really
Hi there. Phil Dawson, nice to meet you.